Watch your step. This place can be a little rough. I'm ready for anything. I must be early, I'm afraid. Don't bother. There's nobody tending the bar. Nobody tending the bar? Excuse me. That was awesome! Now, violence is not the way of the Jedi, young Luke. Freeze, old man. But you just said only in the way of self-defense. Oh, I have so much to learn. Not bad, old man. Han Solo. You boys need a lift? Why, yes, we do. If it's a fast ship. It's actually not much of a ship, but it's got it where it counts. It'll get us out of here at least. All right, boys. Hang on tight. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Victoria's Cantina. Today we're having a look at the Lego Star Wars Mos Eisley Cantina. This is my very first Lego Star Wars purchase, and one that I was very excited to make because the Mos Eisley Cantina scene, as you guys know, is my absolute favorite scene from all of the Star Wars movies. And if you've been watching my videos for any length of time, you're aware of my Star Wars Cantina diorama that I made with Hasbro's action figures. I also have a Jabba's Palace one, and absolutely love that scene. I loved recreating it with Hasbro's stuff, and I was really excited to be able to do it with Lego and their version of the Cantina. So the box, as you can see here, is a very nicely done box. It has the, it's a little bit older now, a couple of years, style of Star Wars branding with the orange letters, and then, you know, Darth Vader up on the other side, kind of reaching out. Back of the box gives you a look at the Cantina and pretty much everything you can do with it, kind of a close-up of all the little scenes. Give you all a look at the minifigures that come in this set. We have Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Han Solo, Greedo, and then 3 of the Cantina band members. They're all very, very cool, and I'm really happy that they gave us quite a few minifigures in this set. They all look really, really good. Luke, you know, very, very fun. It's nice to have just a classic Luke Skywalker in his A New Hope outfit. And as you can see, he looks very, very nice. Comes with his lightsaber. He does have an alternate face on the back of his head. You know, just more of a serious kind of face, whereas on the side, he looks a little more happy, like he was in parts of A New Hope. Very, you know, optimistic young guy from a backwater desert planet, and they recreated that very, very nicely here. Next up, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi, and as you can see, he also looks very good, very nice likeness to Alec Guinness, in my opinion. Very cool look to him. He does not have a face on the back of his head. You just get that one, and his outfit looks really nice. You know, you get the Obi-Wan Kenobi type robes, and surprisingly, the bottom part back here isn't dark brown like up here, but you do see the little hoodie right there. Lightsaber looks good. Here we have Han, who looks really good. Comes with his blaster and a very classic Han Solo outfit. I think it looks great. And Han does have a different head, or different face there on the back, rather. And he's just kind of smiling. And this one's a little bit more serious type Han Solo. We then get Greedo here, who I think looks really, really cool. Very nice job on the head. I just think it looks awesome. The eyes are painted very nicely. Outfit coloration is excellent. It just looks really, really good. And he also comes with a blaster. Then we get the 3 Bith band members. All 3 of them are absolutely identical. These 2 have a different instruments. This one here did not come with an instrument for some reason, so I sort of had to make a makeshift weapon out of leftover Lego parts. And just give you a look here at the Bith. Like with Greedo, the head looks very nice, very reminiscent of the version that we saw in the movie. And you know, he's got his instrument right there. Very cool little minifigure. Again, this guy is exactly the same, but you know, he has a different sort of instrument right here that he uses. And then finally the third one, who I gave a makeshift instrument. very cool that Lego gives you some extra parts. That way you can do things like this. Because, you know, why would we have just the Cantina band member in there without the instrument? Very cool that he has something. And articulation on all the figures is the same. You get a swivel at the head on all the figures. You got swivels at both of the shoulders. You can move them at the wrists. And then you get bends at both of the legs. We also get a sand trooper riding on a dewback figure, which is just very, very fun. The sand trooper just plugs out from the seat right there, and actually has very nice detail on it. Very nice helmet sculpt, and a very nice amount of weathering on him. He's got this staff up here that he carries, and he's got like a little paper pauldron. And then his backpack, which has a couple of lightsaber handles, though I'm sure that's not what they're supposed to be in this case. Now, you do get a removable helmet, so, you know, you do get a stormtrooper head underneath it. Kind of looks like a clone trooper to me. And, of course, you know, you just put that back on. Sand trooper comes with a rifle, which you can plug in here. Snap it back in just like that. And the harness does have these little like flaps on it. You know, you can kind of put them up if you wanted to. Not really sure what purpose they serve, but, you know, cool that it does that, I guess. And then, you know, there's another clip on this one right there. So you can put another weapon in if you had one. Maybe you can put the staff in if you wanted to do that. The whole harness does come off of the dewback, just like that. Lego actually gave us a few pieces that we can use to plug into the dewback's back. Once you get each one of them in, you basically now have just a regular dewback, you know, that's kind of, could be roaming the desert or, you know, what have you. And I'll just give you a close-up here of the paint there on the dewback. It's really nice. It's a very nice color. It's kind of like, almost like an avocado green. And, you know, the paint's very nice. The eyes look good. Got some spots, you know, throughout the body. Sculpt is very, very nice on this guy. And he does have a jaw that opens like that. See a few teeth on there. Very fun. Really like the way that this dewback came out, and no articulation on any of the legs, since this is basically all one piece. And then we have the famous hovering Landspeeder, and Landspeeder actually looks really, really good. I actually think that they did a very nice job with the coloration and, you know, just the overall design of this. It just looks really cool. It has some stickers that were a little tricky to put on because, you know, you wanted to line them up just right. The engines do kind of wobble a little bit, and that seems to be by design. And underneath, you get these little clear bubble type things that you put in there, and that's supposed to kind of help with the hovering effect. It doesn't really do all that much, I mean, because it's already so close to the ground. If they would have made it maybe a little larger to where it sat a little higher, that would have been cool. There's actually a steering wheel in there. I can't remember if there was a steering wheel in the movie or not. And then like a little sticker there with control panels. And then you can put your Luke and Ben Kenobi figures in there, and they are ready to go off on an adventure. It would have been also cool maybe if they would have put some wheels underneath this so that it could kind of slide, but they didn't. All in all, you know, it is, you know, pretty fun, pretty nice looking. And now for the main event itself, the Mos Eisley Cantina set. It's basically closed up in this position right here, but, you know, you just open it piece by piece, and you have your little diorama right there. And, you know, it's good. I think that this could have been better, and I'll get to the whys about that in just a bit. But first, let me show you what Lego gave us. Basically, right here, you have something that's like an entrance to the cantina. And the way that it works is there's this little latch right here. You pull it, and the door opens, so your minifigure could walk into the cantina. You can also open that like this, and you can see straight in there. There's a couple of chairs. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's supposed to be like a droid detector. The droid detector, like it appeared in the movie, should have come in here. I think that would have been really cool. There's this top up here, the dome, and that does... it is ratcheted so you can move it upward, and you know, just makes it easier for you to access your minifigures, I guess, if you put any sitting in there. So that is pretty neat. I'm going to close that back up. Over here on this side, there's another doorway right there, and then here we have a booth, and it's basically, you know, just like you might imagine, it's a booth for a couple of figures to sit in here. It makes a lot of sense if you put Han and Greedo in there, which I'll show you in just a bit. But you can basically put any figures you want, obviously. There's 2 seats, one here, one here. There's a table. There's like a little drinking glass on it. I guess those are supposed to be like lamps. And then these are like maybe like red lights. There's a window here on that side. And it's basically all there is to that. One feature they did incorporate into this thing that you can see from the back side is there's like a little feeding station for your dewback. Your dewback comes and basically you can give it a bone. You can eat from there. But what this does is you can push this in like that. And when you push it in, you'll see that the seats on both this booth and this other little area here come forward. And it makes it a lot easier for putting your figures in there. But it does kind of slide around really easily. I'm not sure that this is the best application that they could have done for this. I mean, it is cool, but, you know, it is a little bit, it does stick out a little bit far back here on this side. But, I mean, other than that, you know, pretty cool. This other section right here, this is where you put your Cantina band members. And it's basically just like a little area that they can kind of hang out in and, you know, play their instruments. Very similar setup to the other booth. You get some lights in there. It'd be cool if those really lit up. And there's like a little station here for one of the Cantina band members to play. I guess it's something like a drum, something like an intergalactic version of a drum. There's like a light or something down here. And again, when you push that back piece, the sections on either side pop out. So, you know, it really does help for getting your Cantina members in there and get them out of there, because it is a little bit tricky to kind of, you know, it's just a very tight space. And then finally we have the bar, and this is my biggest problem with the set, and I have things that are kind of shifting around. It's very cool that, you know, we have a Mos Eisley Cantina, but the bar is just basically like very, very tiny, and it's not a complete arch. Like in the movie, of course, it was like a horseshoe type arch. This is just like a little section of that arch. There's really not a lot to it. You have your drink dispensers right here, which, you know, look close enough to the way they appeared in the film. There's a hidden blaster right there that's kind of there, I suppose, for the bartender's protection. Although noticeably absent from this set is that there is no bartender. They really should have included the bartender, because you cannot have a bar without a bartender. So I'm a little bit disappointed in that. But I mean, other than that, it's a very plain little thing. There's really not a whole lot going on. I guess that's something like a cash register maybe or something. You have like a glass that's just kind of chilling right there. This is nice, but it just could have been so much better. I really would have preferred a centrally located bar that made the full complete arch. And I really would have liked it if they would have put these booths on either side of the correct bar. I mean, for what Lego did, I mean, it's not bad. It is fun, and it is nice to have a cantina. But, you know, there is just so much here that they could have done to have made this a heck of a lot better. If we look at the outside of the bar, the cantina, you will see here that there is a moisture evaporator, and it kind of just slides back and forth. There's not really a whole lot to it. It's just kind of there. And from the outside, the cantina does look pretty nice, and it is cool that you can, you know, close it up, and, you know, you kind of have, you know, just the cantina like that. Very compact, of course, except for these items that stick out back here. But, you know, by and large, it is a very fun little set, and it is cute to have a Lego version of the Mos Eisley Cantina. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. This is the Lego Star Wars Mos Eisley Cantina. Overall, you guys, I gotta say that it is a nice set, but it could have still been so much better. Believe me, I'm truly happy to have a Lego version of the Cantina, one of the most famous scenes in all of cinema history. Whenever you see that scene, you know exactly what it is. The music, of course, is just so universal. So I'm really happy to have this scene in Lego form in that regard. But I still can't help but feel that this could have been better. Yes, some of the features are pretty cool, like the entrance with the opening door, and then the seats that can kind of pop out so you can put your figures in there. It's nice to have a dewback, which I think is very, very fun. It's nice to have a Landspeeder, which I think looks really, really good. And as nice as it is to have so many minifigures that came in this set, I really feel that we should have gotten different minifigures in some cases. For the Cantina band members, there were at least 5 in the movie. They gave us 3. Why not give us 2, let's say, and then throw in, Hammerhead instead? Or better yet, why not give us a better Mos Eisley Cantina with the full horseshoe-shaped bar and a larger Cantina diorama, and just not give us the Landspeeder, not give us the dewback, although they're great. I think that I would have preferred if they would have gone that route, just, maybe sold these separately in another pack, and then just given us an all-out Mos Eisley Cantina bar and, Cantina. I think it would have been a lot more interesting. I think it would have been a lot more complete. Because as it is, what we have here just doesn't feel entirely complete to me. It feels like it's a good start, and I'm sure if I bought another one of these sets that, I could probably make a more fuller Cantina bar, but, I shouldn't have to do that. Again, for what this is, it is nice, but I can't help but feel that it could have been way, way better. I really would have liked to have seen Wooher, the bartender. It's like, where is he? You have a bar, but you don't have Wooher. To me, that's just a big oversight. You don't have aliens like Hammerhead, Walrus Man. Some of those aliens would have been really at home in this set. And again, as much as I like some of this other stuff that they put in here, I just really feel like an all-out Cantina with the aliens and the whole bar would have been so much more enjoyable for me. On a scale of 1 to 5 stars, I'm going to go ahead and give it 3 stars. It's definitely very solid. But again, it could have been so much better, especially when you're paying $70 for this, which is what this retails for. Luckily, I got mine for around $55 because Amazon was running a sale on them, and I had Walmart price match it for me. So, that's not too bad. At $70, I would have expected a little bit more than what we got here. All right, my friends, if you enjoyed this video, then I do encourage you to please like and subscribe. Be sure to check me out on Twitter. And as always, I want to thank you for watching Victoria's Cantina. Until next time, bye-bye.